Yo, Sri Lanka, we're in a different space, but not an unfamiliar space. It's a very cool skin wellness family place because everyone deserves a great massage after like a heavy metal session. And right now I have one of the owners, or rather the owner of Skyn.
One of the owners.
One of the owners. Okay, my bad. Jessica, how are you?
Good. How are you, Yasmin?
I am feeling on top of the world.
Awesome.
Dude, I have to admit, the last time I came here
Yeah.
was like a few Mondays ago, and that hand reflexology thing. Because, by the way, I have carpal tunnel, and genuine plug here. It really helped.
I'm glad
Loosen all those like, it doesn't burn anymore. Or
No, it's because I remember when you first came, that was around the time we were getting the products sort of rearranged and sorted out, and then we were talking about hand reflexology, and it was around the time you started visiting us that we actually put that as a new product. I remember, yeah. And then when I told you also, and you were like, yeah, you need that, yeah. So carpal tunnel, even I had to go through carpal tunnel during my pregnancy. I got carpal tunnel, so I can imagine like anyone who would gain benefit out of it, because it's really like soothing afterwards, like
And you're like, I can work more.
Yes. But we actually one of the reasons was
Machan, sorry, can you get that closer to you?
okay, so one of the reasons was we had because almost everyone's on their phones nowadays, everyone's on their computers, so there's a lot of wrist related activities that happen.
And it's also like that time of the year again where everyone's like,
yeah, so
work fury.
Yeah, so it's just concentrated just from the elbow to the hands, the palms, and all that. Yeah.
So yeah, we just went straight into business. But let's get to know you up close and personal. Who are you, Jessica?
I wish I knew. No, but
What lies?
Okay, so actually, Skyn Family Wellness. This establishment was owned by my father, my late father. So he passed away last year. So after he passed away, this sort of fell on our laps. You can kind of say we've not been in this industry. It's a whole new ball game for us. As in, so my sister in Australia, myself here, and then obviously Suresh, my husband, he helps out with all the strategy when it comes to the marketing stuff, because we had no idea what we were getting into, because we come from different backgrounds, right? Like I'm HR and counseling, and I had no idea what entails in terms of running a spa. I've been to spas, like I was when I went visiting Bali and stuff. I've been to spas, and great experience. So, and Dad had started this in 2015. So first it was the foot therapies only. We did the foot reflexology stuff. Later he upgraded, and we took the upstairs, and then he did the full body treatments. So, and he had wanted to create a space where it's in the heart of Colombo, and also to sort of make sure that everyone wants to go to a genuine place like a wellness center, because there's a stigma in Sri Lanka when it comes to spas, and it's very hard to break away from that, because when you kind of tell people you own a spa, you're running a spa, everyone's like, they already, they're like, do you guys have this stuff happening? And you're like, nope.
It's a genuine wellness center.
Yeah. So it's a genuine wellness center. There's no room for like anyone to even like consider coming and acting or behaving in a bad way, because we've got 24-hour security here. We got CCTV and all of that, and
kung fu trained specialists.
Yes. So that's because at the spa we kind of understood in this industry what has happened is people have sort of put it into a corner, like it's like a normal, let's say like a grocery store or something like that. That's what has happened. even though this is actually an industry when it comes to like proper healing techniques and therapies, which is so important. I mean, in a country that prides itself in Ayurvedic practices, right? So it's sad that it's sort of the name of a spa has been tarnished just by, you know, people just being people in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that's something I never understood, because like, you know, for the longest time, when it comes to like, just looking after yourself, like, yes, you eat, you drink, you have your dietitians, you have your doctors, and then there are like different ways of self-care, and massage therapy is just one of them, because what a lot of people forget is we work so much in a day, muscle fatigue is just like normal. But the minute you go to a massage center or like a place that does you good, like in terms of just relaxing your muscles, man, that's just like gold. And there aren't too many places in Sri Lanka that do that. The specialized places, yes, like yours. But then, like you said, it's so weird how it became into like a twisted thing. And it's like,
it's really bad, because, and I think the stigma is so bad that even for our staff, like, you know, a lot of them in the past, they say they didn't want to tell their families that they were working at a spa, you know.
That's sad.
Yeah, because they're like, because at home, or in most of the people come from out of Colombo, they're like, the stigma is so bad, they're like, oh, you know, you're working at that kind of place. And I would tell them, you need to ask the question, because these are ladies, right? So when ladies have to do full body treatments, and they would, I would say, you know, if you have an Ayurvedic lady doctor, does anyone think bad of an Ayurvedic lady doctor? She's doing a full body treatment, right? If somebody's got a problem in their lower back, in their inner thigh, she's still doing a full body treatment. But nobody would think bad of it. Why? Because she's an Ayurvedic doctor. So she's, you know, got some abbreviation in front of her name. So she's worked for it. So she's got that. So the difference is that our therapists have done the Ayurvedic training. They've done the Chinese reflexology training from proper like Chinese trainers. My dad got Chinese trainers down.
I remember the Chinese guys. I even had like a treatment by one of the Chinese guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've got like actual people. Even the Swedish massage that we do, we got a trainer from Australia down, you know, and she did like the full training for these guys. So I'm like, they're not people who just, you know, just sort of press your body here and there. No, they're doing proper treatment. So I tell them, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. You know, if anybody says anything, you need to ask them, do you feel shamed if somebody goes to like an Ayurvedic lady doctor and she has to do it? That's where the stigma comes from, because it's like, oh, you know, like a lot of the ladies, the families, they'll be like, oh, you shouldn't do that kind of thing. But I'm like, you're healing people. You're helping people.
And it's an essential need.
Yes, and it's so I mean it's sad, because because the staff, you know, what they're doing is incredible work. It's not easy work, right? The amount of time and effort that they give to understanding our client's requirement in terms of if they have any issues. We've had people who come here with, you know, complaints of backaches or like, you know, muscle pulls and stuff like that, that we've helped. And, you know, they're some of our, you know, return patrons that have come visited us so many times. So with our staff, even with the interviews that I do, the new staff that join us, since we took over, because we like the director board and the team here, we pride ourselves in sort of maintaining this as if it's another corporate. So we have our rules and regulations, which I bring from my HR background, you know, working at, when I used to work at Haley's also, so I have different, you know, work backgrounds. So we bring that here. They have like performance bonuses and like, you know,
KPIs and things like that.
Everything is there.
Montessori.
Oh yeah, that's how, because I want them to understand this is how it is, because my premise is this shouldn't be their entire life, because there's a time period that these people can work. Right, there's an age that they can truly work their magic right now, and if they wanted to work in corporate at any point later on in their life or go somewhere,
they have that.
They have that training. Yeah. They've gotten used to it. You know, there's discipline here. I'm very strict with the staff. Oh yeah, actually Suresh is the more kinder one, I would say.
What?
Yeah. I am really strict with the staff.
Oh.
But that's how we sort of have maintained that decorum
Okay.
to ensure that we pride ourselves with our core values. I don't know whether you've seen when you come here, we've like hung it in the front, it's in the office, it's in the staff room. So our main core values that we have taken for ourselves at Skyn is we have honesty, trust, self-respect, and pure intention. Yeah, and I always tell the staff, if you don't have the fourth one, you're not doing a good job, because your intention has to be pure. And when your intention is pure, you would do the therapy and the treatment correctly. You will behave here correctly. You will be good to each other as a team. You know,
And it's energy, right?
it's energy. Because
So-
my dad had this thing, like if somebody is not feeling it, or let's say somebody's having some problems or stuff like that, he used to tell the therapist, don't work today, like don't give a treatment, because
Yeah.
that bad energy, you know, you're sort of transferring on into
to somebody else.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're working with someone's muscles and tendons and nerve endings and stuff. You know, if your mind is somewhere else, you could pull something.
Yeah,
or,
you could harm
pinch
someone.
something, you could harm someone. So you can't do that. So we pride ourselves in ensuring that quality of service is maintained. You know, if you've had any issues, any bad reviews or negative reviews, we've always, you know, spoken to the clients and tried to rectify it, try to understand what went wrong, and so yeah, but it's been an interesting experience.
No, I can
Yeah.
imagine, man. Like this cannot be like the easiest undertaking.
Nah.
It's the business of people, and the
Yeah.
business of people is always like a little
Yes.
crazy. But what would you say are like the top 3 things people have come in for? Is it like carpal tunnel, mostly back issues, sore necks, because obviously
Oh, yeah.
after metal gigs.
Yeah, I think overall for most people, a lot of them do want the full body treatment, because head to toe, right? So most, if I'd say a few services that are the most selling would be like our Skyn signature massage. So it's our
Oh.
own unique blend. So it's you won't get it anywhere else in Sri Lanka. It's a fusion that we've sort of made from Chinese reflexology and Thai, and a little bit of Ayurvedic also.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we found a perfect blend and a mix that it's like a hybrid, but the people love it. Like, you know, we've always had return clients who've never taken it before. They're like, oh, what's this Skyn signature, treatment? And we always tell them, and we generally they take the 1 hour initially,
Okay.
but they always extend it for another hour, because they're like, oh man, that's so good. So Skyn signature is one of our best selling, I would say. The massage, generally it's about 1.5 hours. People always take the 1.5 hours. And then the foot reflexology. You had
that is one of the best, man.
Yeah. So we have a lot of we have a lot of foreign patronage, a lot of expats who come here, but even the locals, they love the foot reflexology. Like, we have like entire families that sometimes come with the kids, and sometimes a group of friends, or the ladies, like a ladies' day out, so they'll all come and get a foot massage after shopping or whatnot. So yeah, I think those, and we also have a excellent steam bath. So a lot of the people, it's a herbal steam bath, not so expensive also, half an hour, just sit there and sort of de-stress. Yeah, you should. I'll get you to try that next time. Yeah.
And so those are the top 3 sellers.
Yeah, the top 3. So we are trying to, but the hand reflexology is something we're trying to actually push. We're trying to tell people, look, you guys are working on computers, on your phones. You need to give your hands a rest. Just try that out. I mean, it's really, you can attest to it. Yeah.
Yeah, because carpal tunnel is a real thing, and you kind of need to deal with it before it becomes like an issue.
Yes.
The worst is when your hands feel like logs and you're like, you have like a mountain of work.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, even now I feel like good after that. I'm
glad.
just waiting till a very stressful November ends, and then I'll come back for another one.
You have to. Yeah. Like I said, you need to get the full body treatment stuff, and the back massages, they're really good. Yeah, even I sometimes like, because we sit for so long in this, one position, and we are always sitting down, like most of the time, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's really good when somebody like stretches your neck and your back, and
It's like, don't make other muscle groups jealous. You come here for legs, but your other parts, they need attention. So
Yes.
yeah, that's why it's a bestseller.
Yeah.
So what are the top 3 like funniest things that's happened at your wellness center?
So we have a lot of funny stuff that do
All
happen.
right, the top 3. The top 3.
No, I don't know. Okay, so obviously, like I said, with regards to the reputation of spas in Sri Lanka, we have those funny moments that happen. Right?
Oh, tell me one.
Okay, so
Do they go, hi, miss?
they ask for the specific stuff.
Oh, they're that direct.
Oh yeah. But I think I have more respect for the direct ones. At least they're direct, right? They don't just come in. So sometimes that's why they always look at the menu, and then they're like, so they look at the menu and they see the prices, right? And then they're like, oh, right, what's the fee for the other thing? You're like, does this include that? We're like, what?
But is this locals only, or are there people
even
from
foreign? Yeah, but the thing is, this is always, it's like I said, it's an Asian thing, though. I would say that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have this with the Europeans who visit us. We have a lot of Aussies, or let's just say, like, most of the time it's the Asian countries, like Indians, or like even locals, who come and ask for this stuff from a spa. Because we've had instances where we've had foreign tourists who come and told us horror stories. Yeah, of them wanting to go to a spa, and then a tour guide or somebody would go drop them in like a spa or some place, like, and they're like, oh, try this place out, because sometimes they get tip, they get commission
right
for like sending people, and they would go and they're like, oh, halfway through the treatment, the girl would like be like, oh, I'll do this for you, can you give me this much? And he'll like, what? Like,
that's awkward.
Yeah, so because in those countries that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, so we've had a few of those who come here and they're like, oh, thank God, it's like a genuine place, like, you guys do a proper job. We're like, yeah. But
2 more.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we just have. Oh, so we did have one client who, like that, it happened to us, where the client was expecting something while the treatment was going on. It was bothering our therapist so much. Generally, our therapists are really good at trying to control the client and say, look, it's like a proper thing. Nothing like that happens. But then they have like clients who are very insistent. So then they're like, so we can't do the treatment. So we've had moments like that where we had to get the security to go and say, okay, so you have to get ready and go. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry this happened. You're like, but we told this is like a genuine place, right? But they don't realize it, because in other places they start off with like being a massage, and then other stuff happen, right? But these clients, we've refunded them. We haven't even taken their money, because I'm like,
yeah, no, that is dirty money. Go away.
Yeah. But the fun stuff, I think it's because a lot of Chinese who translate everything. So when you're talking to them, like they would like take Google Translate and they like translate everything. So they'll talk to the thing in Chinese and they're like, oh, that's what it's saying, and they'll show it to us. So then we'll have to talk to the phone and then they'll look at it. Right. Yeah, it's those stuff are fun, I would say, but I don't know, like yeah. interesting stuff. Yeah, yeah, those would be interesting stuff in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so is there other things that you would want to like introduce later on? Because wellness is one of those things that keeps on, I guess, like improving by itself because there's so many new techniques.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn from the world. So is that something that you guys would be doing in the future?
Definitely, we're looking at it. We're even with my counseling stuff because I took there was a hiatus, like I took some time off with the baby, and then I needed some time to. Then when I was ready to get back into counseling, then the spa thing happened, and now, you know. But with my dad also initially was supposed to be like the way we would combine the counseling stuff with this treatment, because it's a total holistic sort of
experience
where we treat not just the body but the mind as well. So that's a future, sort of plan that we have. But other than that, we're also trying to get more into the sports therapy stuff. So we've got a couple of therapists who are currently undergoing their training programs. So once they've completed their training programs, then we'll sort of advertise and, you know, get the space ready for that, to do a lot of sports therapy, because people are actually asking for it, you know. But yeah, we're not going towards, we are keeping away from the Ayurvedic stuff, not because of anything else, but because there's a lot of places that offer like Ayurvedic treatments. So that's not a space we want to go into. Like I said, what we do in terms of our hybrid treatments, they're already popular and they're helping people. So that's a space we are comfortable and we are okay with that, you know. But yeah, I mean, we've expanded in a way. We've hired more staff. We're planning to get more trainers down and get additional training. We're very interested in the Thai techniques and stuff, the Balinese techniques. So those are the future stuff we're planning to do. Yeah.
Hey, and since the busy season's coming up, do you guys have like any special promotions and things?
Yeah. So anyways, for the moment, we have this Tuesday promo, which is it's an odd day of the week, but we always felt an odd day of the week is a day that somebody might feel like they want to get, like,
and Tuesday's always like a happier day than like a Monday or a Wednesday.
And we felt like after Mondays, hectic Mondays, it'll be nice to like get like a massage on a Tuesday, right? So Tuesdays we have a good 10 to 15% off, so on different products. So some are like 10% off, some are 12, some are 15% off. So Tuesdays are a great day to come and just, you know, get your treatment. Thursdays we have a group deal for food therapy, so it's like so you come like if it's a group of 4 people, you only pay for 3. So so it will be like a bunch of friends on a Thursday, you know, evening if you want to come. Just especially on days that you have like long weekends coming, when you know Friday is a holiday. So then on Thursday, just come for a treatment, you know.
Or better yet, party till like, I don't know, 1 a.m. and then come take advantage, because the wellness center is open till 4 a.m.
We are open till 4 a.m., yes. And I think that's one of the reasons people always wonder whether we are one of those places, because we are open till 4. Most of those places open 24 hours.
That is crazy. I don't know how they do it, but no.
Now, we open at 10 o'clock in the morning, but we close at 4 because we've had people who come, like we've had doctors who come after their shifts. We have nurses who come, like, because at that time, sometimes they just want to get a foot massage.
Yeah, man, they must be like walking the whole day during their shift.
Yes, so they'll come for a foot massage. We have people in the hospitality industry, because some of them finish their shifts quite late. So, usual party goers after weekend, they'll come and get massage. So, we're open till 4 because of that.
And as for the special hakaru, because that hakaru and that tea, I don't know where you get that hakaru from, but oof, that's so good.
We have a contact.
We shall not divulge. Yeah. That is a Skyn speciality.
Yeah, so there's not a lot that we do. We don't do acharus and stuff, but we do a belly tea and hakaru.
No, but that hakaru alone is just like, it's a happy thing.
I'm glad. Nah, even a lot of the tourists, the foreigners, they love it. They're like, it's just the perfect end to a great massage. You know?
I know, right?
Yeah.
So it was so nice talking to you, Jessica. And here's to like, you know, come in here a lot more. And
thank you for having me and having Skyn Family Wellness on, your podcast.
Hey, no, because people need to know what goes on, and I think you shared quite a bit
Yeah.
as to what.
And
people
don't
can
be
look
shy. Like we're just on RADML Mavata, just after Mahanama College, couple of doors down from next to Celltronics.
Google Map.
Google
that
Maps.
also is
We're
your
on-
best friend.
We're on Google Maps.
Facebook, Insta.
Yeah. Facebook,
You got a
Insta.
website.
Yes, we got a brand spanking new website. It's awesome. So yeah, and if you guys want to check out, our reviews are there on Google. If anybody feels doubtful. And then I want to thank the staff who have stuck with us since last year. I think they were probably wondering who are these people and they're doing stuff, but we managed to somehow. For a year, we managed to somehow keep the boat afloat, and it's going great. My sister, my brother-in-law in Aussie as well, because they've been giving a lot of support to us. Great things yet to come.
Hey,
Yep.
hey.
Yes.
You know what to do, Sri Lanka. Just come by, say hi, and get yourself some of that goodness, because your body needs it.
Yeah, definitely.
Jai Jaya.
Jai Jai.